Well, French cooking is known worldwide for taking comforting flavors and humble ingredients and turning them into some of the best food that you can imagine. And you know this better than anybody, Hannah, because that's what you experienced on your foodie visit today.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rob. It was a cozy affair, but Foodie Photog Mike and I felt downright spoiled in this edition. So let's check out La Fable in Rehoboth Beach.
It's the creme de la creme at La Fable, a French bistro in Rehoboth Beach with a cozy atmosphere. We start with eggs mimosa, a French take on a familiar favorite.
Little watermelon radish with a little capers and fried shallot with the sherry vinaigrette. I've done thousands and thousands of eggs.
And on this vendredi or Friday, Chef Eileen Baldo-Delario's soup du jour is wild mushroom bisque paired with a duck brioche sandwich.
This is just all kinds of wild mushrooms. We have a girl that forages mushrooms for us, and she had some hen of the woods last week, so I got them. They're shiitake, cremini, oyster mushrooms all in here.
Simmering away on the side is a beef bourguignon. This dish so rich, so tender, that orders keep rolling in during warmer months.
We use a beef chuck flap. We trim it up, sear it up, and a nice brown crust on it, and we roast it for many hours. We have mushrooms, pearl onions, and these beautiful baby carrots, a lot of red wine, a couple other secret seasonings that we don't talk about. And we simmer it till it's absolutely fork tender. And then again, we serve it over the palm puree. See, it's just falling apart. You don't need a fork for this dish.
We start in the dining room by revisiting those eggs mimosa.
The flavor and the texture of the filling in these eggs mimosa is just so creamy and beautiful. It's really well seasoned also.
Next is a completely new experience for both Foodie Photog Mike and myself.
Neither of us have ever had escargot, so I'm really excited to try it because it's one of those things where I've always wanted to try it, but I've just never had the chance to. These really are just kind of like a vehicle for butter, and that's why they are really delicious.
It's a tiny bit earthy, which I think is really nice. Like I didn't know what to expect flavor-wise. Texturally, this is just delightful.
Advancing through our ensemble, back to the bisque and its accoutrement.
A really rich, wonderful flavor. The texture is also very velvety and smooth, so it's kind of like you're putting a lot of indulgence onto your spoon when you're eating this soup. This little mini sandwich that Chef has put together with the duck meat is also another kind of play on rich flavors.
Also on the menu, a beautiful cut of halibut paired with thyme-roasted zucchini and roasted grape tomatoes and a chickpea panisse.
Halibut has really big flakes in it because it is a more muscular fish, and those flakes in this cut have been kind of just beautifully cooked to perfection in the oven, and then the sear that they did on the fish before they put it in the oven has kind of given it a nice little crust on the outside of it.
Mike marveling at the beef bourguignon.
This is kind of the real beauty of French cooking, right? Is taking something that is very rustic and very, something that like a farmer might eat, and just really taking such care of it that it becomes like the highest level of cuisine.
And ending things on a sweet and sentimental note with a homemade chocolate mousse.
The first dessert I ever fell in love with. This takes me back to my childhood. Which is, is the greatest thing food can do, right? Is elicit those great memories.
And hey, for all you lovebirds out there, La Fable was actually named most romantic restaurant in Delaware by Good Housekeeping magazine and Southern Delaware Tourism.
Was it really? I didn't know that. Wow. Escargot, huh?
It was really good.
Again,
new experience for me, but yeah, I would definitely have it again. It was very delicious.
It actually did look good. Very interesting. Well, if you go there, be sure to tell them that you saw them on Foodie Friday. And if you have any suggestions for Hannah or Mike, send it to us at newsroom@47abc.com.